Los Angeles is on fire right now and the legacy media refuse to cover it. So today we're exposing everything that's going down there and showing you the footage on the ground. As a quick PSA, usually the show is family friendly, but today there will be a little bit of cursing. So if you didn't know what's happening in LA right now, ICE has been carrying out some deportations and immigrants, mostly Mexicans, have become incredibly violent and gotten into a little bit of skirmishes, you could say, with the National Guard and with ICE. Here is what it looks like on the ground. And as always, guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel so other great patriots like yourselves will see it. Here we go. So it looks awful. It looks like a third world country there. But what's really scary is that it is an active war zone right now. I'm not kidding.
They're coming out. They're coming out. They're coming out. Watch out! Watch out! Fuck you!
So in that video, ICE and the National Guard are just using rubber bullets, just so you know. But what you see in that video is that rioters are literally throwing small explosives and Molotovs at ICE agents. So it's terrifying, obviously, but I think what makes it even crazier is what the mainstream media is doing with it. The coverage is very pro-rioter, which makes no sense. It's they're watering down everything that's going on. Again, you're not going to find any of those videos on the legacy media. They're just not covering it. This video that I'm about to show you is going viral right now. It's of a local anchor. It perfectly demonstrates what I'm talking about. It's a local anchor talking about the war zone, and listen to how they describe it.
It could turn very volatile if you move law enforcement in there in the wrong way and turn what is just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn into a massive confrontation and altercation between officers and demonstrators.
People are just having a good time watching cars burn. They pull out the marshmallows. It's fun. The question is, for the legacy media, for that journalist, that journalist, who set them on fire? Who set them on fire? Did they just spontaneously go up and people thought this is a good community event? We'll gather around, we'll get warm. Again, we'll roast some brats and some marshmallows. No, we don't get to hear about that. That's what the mainstream media thinks. That doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. Here is a more close-up video, by the way, of all the police cars on fire. If Elon had not bought Twitter, nobody would know what's going on in LA right now. Absolutely nobody. X is the #1 news site right now in the Apple App Store. #1. All of the videos that you're seeing right now come from X. None of them are coming from the mainstream media. You would not know it if you only watch CNN, which don't do that. I don't know who does that, but people do it. You're not going to know anything that's going on. You would think that Donald Trump just marched in there with the National Guard and set the place on fire. That's what you'd think. You wouldn't see any of those videos. The mainstream media is not covering this. You'll also notice, this was in the last video, but it's in most of the videos, that what they're waving the whole time is a Mexican flag. Now, the argument from the left is that these people love the United States, that they're fantastic citizens, they're the best of us. They came here for a reason, but they still love their home country still. They don't hate America, they just hate Donald Trump. Here's a video, and it proves how I know that's not true.
And this is not just a good gesture, this is something we need to make real. We need to bring down this empire once and for all. All right. Burn it down! Burn it down! Burn it down!
They hate America, obviously. They're burning an American flag. It's as bad as it gets. Yet they are still protesting being deported from it. Make it make sense. It's illogical, and that's why it's very clear what this is. It is an excuse to be violent. These people are violent. They are violent people. Here's the deal. I love Mexicans. This is where I want to add some nuance to all of this, because leftists are bringing up the racism thing and this crap. I love Mexicans. I love Mexican immigrants. I love Mexico for that matter. I love everything about it. But you don't get to come here and do that. You don't. I think Republicans, I've talked about this literally for my whole career. I've talked about it the whole time. I think Republicans need to do a better job of reaching out to legal immigrants, especially those that were Mexican citizens. Some of them have dual citizenship. I don't think dual citizenship should be a thing. I think most people agree with me on that. At least in America, if you're going to be an American, you're an American. You don't get to be both. But in any case, some are both. They need to reach out to those legal ones because they're incredibly conservative. And you can see from the last election, Trump won like 49% of Hispanic men voted for him. So they're obviously a conservative base. They've been moving towards Republicans over the time, but Republicans could do a better job. But these ones in these videos have to go. They have no place in America. I'm sorry. The whole racism argument from the left is crap. It's total crap. Something you have to know about me. If you're new to the channel, if you're not new, you know this. But if you're new to the channel, this is something about me. I have hundreds of Mexican friends, literally hundreds. And the reason why is because I served a mission for 2 years where my whole job, the entire job, was to meet, get to know, and serve Mexican immigrants living in the United States. That was my whole job. And I say job, I wasn't paid for it. It was a volunteer. But it was for 2 years. I was in Eastern Washington. So again, I was in the United States with Mexican immigrants. I'm a fluent Spanish speaker. I literally did this for 2 years without a single day off, 84-hour work weeks. That's 12 hours a day. No breaks, no vacations. 2 straight years of doing that. And you can't do that for someone if you don't love them, frankly. So I do. I love them. It's not about racism. I love Mexican immigrants. I have no problem with them. A majority of them are fantastic. But again, these people in the videos have to go. It's not about racism. It's about deplorable behavior. You do not get to get here. You don't get to come. I don't like California. I don't like LA. I think they're pretty far gone. Still, you don't get to go there and burn it down. You don't get to do that, especially when someone's trying to deport you to where your home is originally. You don't get to do it. I'm sorry. So again, ultimately, I hope legal Mexican immigrants will be welcomed with open arms by conservatives as well as Americans just as a whole. And I think that the ones that are attacking ICE and the National Guard right now should get deported back to Michoacan, where the Sinaloa cartel probably recruited them and told them to come here in the first place. High quality talent is hard to find that fits in your budget, but that's why I partnered with Leverage Assistant. Leverage Assistant connects American businesses like yours with highly vetted accountants, data analysts, marketing specialists, sales assistants, you name it, working in the exact same time zones as your company, all for only $3,000 a month. The average company with Leverage Assistant is saving over $20,000 a year in labor costs right now. They're not a recruiter or a marketplace. Leverage Assistant is a high-touch resourcing solution where every assistant is vetted through 12 hours of interviews, skill tests, reference checks, and behavioral assessments to ensure they're the right cultural and operational fit for your company. Right now, guys, they've been incredibly generous with you guys, my listeners and viewers, because I know there's a lot of fantastic business owners that watch the show. They're giving a whole month free to you so that you can experience the high-quality talent for yourself with no risk to you or your business. To see what they're all about, all the different roles that they provide, and to get that month free, head to the link in the description below. Los Angeles is getting looted with all the riots going down, and here's a video of how bloodthirsty and horrible these people are being right now.
You guys, they're looting. Can I get a new pair of shoes too? I'm not doing shit. Yo, grab me a shirt. No, I'm just kidding.
I see videos like that, and I think, yeah, we are in the end times. Like, it is getting bad. This is animalistic behavior there. And I think this really shows what the riots are about for most people participating in them. There's some ideologues, those who are like actually attacking ICE agents. I think those are the ideologues. But I think most people who are feeding into this chaos, they just want the free Nike store hookup. That's what they're doing. I think that video is a Nike store, I'm pretty sure. So they show up to a riot, they bust into the store, they clean it out. It's pretty simple. And as we know, California, there's zero consequences for doing that. I mean, even without the riots, you could probably go do that and be just fine. During the riots, it's even easier. So again, for a group of lawless and moralist people, why wouldn't they steal as much as they possibly can when given the chance? And in the same breath, they will then talk to the legacy media or whoever about how virtuous they are for standing with immigrants, while at the same time they have their stolen Nike shoes tucked under their arm. Replace your sugary pre-workout drink with Energy Rocks. Energy Rocks, it's like Pop Rocks, but it's not a candy. It's only 20 calories, 4 grams of sugar, and it gives you all the energy that you would get from 1 cup of coffee. You don't need a pre-workout drink anymore, guys. Literally, you can pull Energy Rocks out of your pocket, Gives you all the energy that you need. Go check it out right now. If you use the code JoshCarr20 off at checkout, you'll get 20% off. So go check it out. The link and that code are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel so that other great Patriots like yourself will see it. And you can tune in every weekday at 6 p.m. Eastern for the live show, or you can watch another video right here.